Do you as beings have an astral body? Do you have another body besides your physical body?
No.
Then how are you able to possess Vaunda's body? How are you able to control
Our mind.
Sorry?
Our mind is in her. Her mind is in us. Now.
So you're saying your mind has transferred to her mind?
Yes.
Are you saying that your part of your mind is still in your physical body at the same time?
No. Vaunda's mind is in our body. In my body. I am in hers.
Therefore, some essence of you has transferred to Vaunda's body.
That is what I said.
Yes. But what I'm saying is that there must be a subtle aspect of you that is outside the physical.
Of course.
So when your body deteriorates and dies, doesn't that non-physical aspect live on
In the clone.
in the clone? But the clone, there could be many clones of you.
Yes. Only one is used at a time.
Oh, I see. Do you have a history of your planet on board the ship, either the satellite or the mothership?
We do have on the mothership.
Can you tell me something about the history of your planet?
Unfortunately, I cannot divulge this information. I am not of a high enough ranking.
Could Crispin?
As I have said, Crispin is not available.
But could he?
Yes.
Who is Crispin?
Mother Elder is higher ranking.
How does your ranking system, how does it go? Can you explain it to me?
We have what you could call generals, captains.
What are you, may I ask?
What would you say Crispin was?
He's the, we call him Captain.
Yes.
You're second to Crispin.
Yes.
Second in command.
So, do you have names?
Crispin. Anthony. No.
Antholas.
Antholas. Minnie. Michael. Matthew. Atlantis.
But who gave you these names?
We.
Yes.
Well, don't you have your own names?
No.
How do you communicate with each other without names?
We know who everyone is. Just by the sight of them. Telepathy.
You must have different names to other humans that you contact. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Other humans.
Do you,
Give us different names.
will you materialize objects for Vaunda from your spaceship?
Explain.
Can you bring something from your spaceship? Is it possible that you could bring something to this room from your spacecraft?
Unfortunately not.
Why is that?
I have not asked permission.
Can you tell us something about the nature of your computers?
They have a very high level of technology.
What are they capable of?
What?
Pardon?
Can they think like a human?
Of course.
Computers can think like a human.
Of course.
How are they used?
Your computers are very basic, primitive, feeble.
How are your computers used by you? How do you use them?
Thought, projection,
For what purpose?
everything.
Such as? Can you give me some examples?
Flying the ship. Teaching humans.
How do? Sorry.
Cloning. teaching our children.
How do your computers teach humans?
With numbers and symbols.
What,
The thoughts are placed into their mind and they see them on the screen at the same time.
you mean humans that are taken aboard the ship?
Yes.
Would it be possible that you could take me on board the ship sometime?
We can try.
Thank you. How are your children born?
They are cloned.
How long does it take them to grow to adult size?
Our children, in 2 months, grow 2 years.
Same.
You explain.
Yeah, in human terms, they'll grow in 2 months, the equivalent of a 2-year-old human.
But when you die, you are cloned. Now, are you cloned as an adult?
No,
You're cloned as a baby.
I am cloned as both.
What? You're cloned
So
as...
there will be an adult of me and a child of me. The child can then learn more information. It can be updated.
And the adults?
We'll just carry on as I have.
But you were saying also that you only use one of you at a time. So which will you use first? Will you use the child? Or
The adult will carry on, take over from me. The child will learn more.
at the same time?
Yes. The child will not have all of my knowledge. I will be in the adult. You understand?
How can you have two, you said there's an essence of your non-physical consciousness. How could that be in two bodies?
That is what I have just said. It is not. The child will learn from
I see.
basics.
Right.
So does the child essence develop then?
Yes.
Where did this essence come from? Where does it originate?
Whose?
The essence that you have, that
It originates from my clone. What I was cloned from. Throughout the years it just gets passed over.
What is the purpose of your evolution?
We cannot divulge this information. I would like to, but I am not allowed.
But you accept that there's a creator which is common to everybody in the cosmos.
Of course.
Do you see yourselves as part of that creator?
Of course. We were all created by the same one.
How do you worship that creator?
Through thought projection. We think of him and hold what you could call a service.
Has your race had any direct contact with the creator?
This is information I cannot disclose to you. At a later date I will be able to.
Okay.
Have you ever experienced other bodies from other planets?
Races and civilizations.
Humanoids. Of course.
From other planets?
Of course. There is another planet, humanoids.
Of humanoids?
Yes. I cannot tell you which one though.
Is it in our solar system?
Of course.
Jeez.
Oh.
Used to me.
Ha!
How advanced are they compared to us?
Not as advanced as we are,
Not as
but not as basic as you.
they're more advanced than the Earth humans.
Yes,
In the solar system.
yes.
That's cool.
Will we come across them?
Hopefully,
Do they visit our planet?
apparently they do.
How many species of alien are visiting our planet?
Many.
Can you name the number?
There are about 17, 16.
You're the most
Advanced.
Of course.
Of course we are. We have the highest level of technology and brain capacity.
How do you utilise this brain capacity?
Explain.
Apart from studying humans, how else do you use this brain capacity? How else do you? What do you do? What is your aim in your life? What is your purpose? Your direction?
Just to help the humans and to make people aware of our existence.
After that happens, what are you going to do then?
Teach humans. Increase their brain capacity.
What about the other races that are visiting our planet?
I cannot divulge information about them.
If any of them were to be hostile towards us, would you defend us?
Of course,
Nice to know.
we want to help, not harm.
Good.
Do you ever take part in our wars, like the Second World War? Did you do anything during that period?
Of course not. We cannot understand your wars.
You just observe.
Of course, we have no weapons.
Do you ever fight with anybody?
We do not fight, we defend ourselves.
How do you defend yourselves?
We overpower them with our minds.
Same.
Yes,
Sorry, what?
we disabled them with our minds.
Can you
We
manipulate
can
matter?
disarm them with our mind.
Can you manipulate matter?
Of course,
So, say some person fired.
yes, we
what-
could stop it.
Right. So, why do you have fear of us then? What's the fear that you have?
Experimentation.
But you could prevent that, couldn't you?
If we were to come down as a whole, we could, but if we were to come down,
Would you?
then there would be no way we could.
Surely you could save that person, your fellow being, from being experimented on.
Unfortunately not.
Why not?
Individually, we have not got enough strength and power.
But you could use the power from where you are in the spaceship, could you not?
We could try, but there is no guarantee it would be successful.
It's risky then,
Of course it is.
Cannot you also make yourselves invisible?
Of course we can.
Well, therefore, if the entity is on if one of your
You are very inquisitive.
if one of your type is on the Earth, surely he could just turn himself in and make himself invisible, so he would not be captured.
Not on his own. Individually, he would not have enough strength and power to do so.
Can you not walk through walls?
Not individually, we cannot.
Being at the Roswell crash, were they of your race or different race?
Of course they were.
I don't want to be. He was known personally to you. Okay.
Of course.
Sorry?
The beings at the Roswell site were known personally to us.
I see. So they were from your mothership?
Of course. They were from the space station.
Where
I cannot divulge much information about that. I wished I could.
Are there any beings that are being held at the moment in the list?
do any of the nations have any of your beings held captive at the moment?
No.
Some of the other races,
Possibly.
Why should your spacecrafts, why do they crash?
Technical faults.
malfunction.
Yes. That is what I just said.
What brings it about? Is there anything that brings
The age of the ship.
the age of the ship? Don't you repair the ship?
We do.
How old was the one that crashed at Roswell?
Hundreds of years.
So you cannot prevent these crashes.
No. We can repair ships, but there is no guarantee the repairs will be of success. If the ship is to come down to Earth, it can crash. There is not much more information I can tell.
Is there any physical evidence that you could produce for me?
Unfortunately not. I wish I could.
Can you introduce me to Minnie?
I could.